Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner! It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in! With that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle at Talavera. It's magic from Maxi. Sorinola with the corner for Argyle. To the back post it goes. Oh, it's in!
Evening, everybody. So our FA Cup journey ended yesterday in Manchester on the blue side, City, where we lost 3-1. But what an FA Cup run we've had. 3 Premier League teams we faced, 2 we beat, and 1 we just fell down yesterday. But what a great day out. Brilliant. The crowd were fantastic. I've never heard so many people so loud in a library in Manchester. Yeah, it was really good, and it was a great day. I stayed up overnight with Gavin, his brother, and a couple of others, and that just made the rest of the whole experience great fun. That's what you want to do. Take the opportunity with friends and family to really make these occasions special. But one thing's for sure, those players did us proud. What a performance. And we got a goal. Yes, as I sip my tea from my Block 9 maxi mug. So yes, perfect timing for that. Wow, Andy, it was great to see you, Carl. We didn't bump into Steve or Marcus up there, but it was great to see you all up there. What a day, hey?
Taking your cup of tea to the maximum, Mike. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, what a day. Absolutely. I'm still buzzing from it, actually, because you go to these stadiums probably once in a lifetime. But you really, when you go and savor I was going to say atmosphere. The atmosphere from the away end was fantastic. The home crowd, I thought, were a bit poor. But yeah, it was a great day out to see some of the stuff around, the ground and stuff, the statues and stuff, and the history of the club. Absolutely amazing, and of course having a beer with Carl, proper mate, a proper mate, none of
We
these
were too busy in the hotel, you
none of
see.
these hotel hobbies, with one liner,
Oh,
But no,
excellent.
it's great. It's absolutely amazing. The atmosphere was great. The limbs were superb when we scored, and it could have gone a bit better for us if we hadn't been cheated out of the game. I think we were cheated out of the game with one of the goals at least.
Yeah,
Goal.
no,
But
it's good.
absolutely over the moon for the boys. I thought they were brilliant, every man of them.
Yeah, we'll come on to more of the game, of course, tonight. So thank you, everybody that's joined us. Marcus, I'm going to pick you all up for your little piece on the main screen here, But how did you find it yesterday, mate?
I found it pretty good, but the main thing is, even though they scored, them winning was better than going into extra time because last season that killed us. That's the last thing we wanted. But I would say on the thing with Howland, I don't think that was a foul on Howland. I think Howland's too soft, but I don't think it was a corner in the first place. I think it was a corner, not a corner to come off the
and
Man City
we'll
player,
come
isn't
on
it?
to that. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
apart from that, it was a brilliant performance. Played well. There's nothing more you can say. They gave it 100%.
Yeah,
and thank God there's no extra time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Carl, sort of bring you up now. It was another showing of a really well organised and structured Argyle performance. Martin Keown said it in the BBC highlights last night and this morning, if you watched it. And that really sort of stifled Man City. I think it was Adam, Gavin's brother, who was saying that they did that. When Arsenal went down to 10 men, they lined up similar to us and just prevented City from getting anywhere. And it was really resilient. But typical of the performances that we're seeing where the possession's 70-30, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think yesterday was all about possession. I think we knew we were going to struggle to have any kind of possession. And like Muslett said after the game, we have to take the moments when we got them and break when we had that opportunity, because Man City were obviously playing the game in our final, third of the pitch. So, yeah, it was a great to take the lead. I think we said before the game, just to experience us scoring on the Etihad would have been amazing. Anything else was a bonus. And I thought, a silly free kick to give away just before half time, and they take that into half time with a draw at 1-1. And I did think the longer the second half that it was going on, we would probably get into extra time, which I don't think we would have wanted. Like Marcus has said earlier, I think that would have killed our season and put a lot of minutes into the legs, which we don't really need at the moment. But yeah, fantastic day, good performance. Atmosphere was amazing from the away stand. Obviously, the home fans were non-existent, weren't they? Pretty poor,
Yes,
but
pretty
we expected
embarrassing,
that.
actually.
But yeah, fantastic day, which will live long in the memory.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve, your turn. So, yeah, you're saying you're not feeling too well, a bit of a cold from, it's because you were
Yeah.
so far up north, you see. But yeah, what did you make of the day, and how was it for you?
Absolutely amazing. And we all knew City were going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. We knew that it would be bombardment of attack after attack, and I'm just disappointed with some of the refereeing decisions. Though, really
Yeah.
am disappointed. I don't think Otterbetta's foul was even a free kick, and obviously that second one, it came off a Man City player. It was never a corner in a
No,
million years.
no,
But the experience was absolutely fantastic.
yeah, no.
I was up in the top tier.
Yeah, no, well, I was right on the last row at the back, row PP. I actually had to look for it. It was tucked away. It was a shorter section because I was like, where is it? Where is it? And
Yeah,
but yeah, that I suffer a little bit of vertigo when I'm looking down from a height, and that
yeah.
made me a bit queasy at times.
When I actually went up because I was HH and I couldn't find my seat. I saw the H's. I thought it was my seat. Then I didn't realize it was a double bit further up. The steps going up.
Yes, knackering. So well, glad you enjoyed it as well, Gavin. Yeah, look, it was, we made a good day of it, and obviously found somewhere in the city centre as well to grab a bite to eat. And I've now experienced my first espresso martini, and I have to say they are very good. But yeah, how did you find it, mate? You were in tier 2, obviously, of course, as well.
Obviously in tier 2, yeah.
No,
just
what I
to,
mean, yeah, sorry,
just to wind
compared to-
Andy up even further, the fact that I'm
Prawn sandwiches.
still prawn sandwiching it. To be fair, Andy, there were crayfish in not prawn.
How were the
So,
pies? Did you have a pie?
No, I didn't have a pie. Actually.
The pies were amazing, mate. They were rammed with like steak. Oh, anyway, carry on.
Yeah, there's sort of two things fantastic.
We seem to be losing you on audio a bit, Gavin. Actually, I don't. Yeah,
okay.
It's cutting in and out, and I can't. Is that just me? Can you?
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can sort of hear you, but there's a bit of a lag between you, and then it's not sort of clearing everything through.
I can't log back in.
Yeah, do that quickly, and then. Yeah, we'll come back to it. So I do have up ready because obviously we had a lot of discussions. Let me just bring up this screen share. We had a lot of discussions about what we were going to start with. We obviously did our Block 9 live lounge the other day as well on Thursday night. That's a new thing that we're doing for those that want to come and join us for a more relaxed evening session at 9:30 on a Thursday. That's going to be our new segment there. So yeah, it was and Gavin, when he comes back in, sort of got, I think it was 9 of his selection right after being sort of ridiculed across the TikTok channels for the sort of lineup that he had presented. But yeah, no, it was really good. The one noticeable, obviously, missing player was obviously Adam Randall. We've seemed to have seen from I think Chris Errington that he's picked up an injury, and also heard that he might be out for a couple of weeks, which is not ideal, but the guy has played a lot of minutes. So, Andy, when you saw that lineup, what was your immediate thought?
I thought he had to rest certain players. He had to switch it around because he's got to keep some players fresh back for Tuesday night, of course. But I thought it was a brave move for him to bring in someone like Ogbate, who hadn't played for a while. And we all sort of thought he might not have been up for it, but he was. He did really well. Bring him back in, Pleguezuelo straight away. I mean, Pleggy played absolutely fantastic, out of his skin again.
Yeah, awesome.
Excellent. Boateng was a risk because we don't know whether he'd last 90 minutes. He did fantastically well. Yeah, not much to worry about there, really. I thought it was really good up front with Bundu holding the line, and the boys working hard. Wright and Mumba working hard as well. We didn't get a lot of play, to be fair, did we, early on? Because there was a lot of possession, Man City wise. But when we did have possession, we looked quite comfortable with it.
Yeah, no, it was, like I said, organised and structured. Gavin, are you back, and can we hear you loud and clear?
$1 million question.
There we go. Yes, that's much
That seems
better.
better.
So before
all my
we jump
kit
to this
seems to have
lineup,
iOS at the same time. Sorry.
yeah,
You
that's all
got
right.
a
Don't worry.
cargo.
What we'll do is just give us your synopsis of your day. But obviously, as I highlighted while you were just nipping out, you got a bit of stick across my TikTok channel for your lineup on Thursday. So I know you want to take great pride in going through this lineup. So far away, mate.
So to an ex-European politician that won't be named, you all laughed at me. You're not laughing anymore. 10
Where's
out of
your
11.
little flag?
No, I haven't got a little flag. I've got a pen, that'll do.
Yeah, there you go.
10 out of 11. I think I had Beidou starting up top, not Bundu. Everyone else bang on. Now there is a slight caveat because I dropped our club skipper at the moment, Randall, out of the squad for purposes of Hull, but apparently he's injured. So there's a slight bit of luck and unfortune for me there. However, I thought the team was well balanced. I'm convinced that Boateng and JB, and I've had some stick from this on Twitter today on the train on the way home. I think Boateng and JB are probably our two best midfielders moving forward. For the reasons I'll caveat for the person that just put emojis on my thing and no chance. Tactical reasons, please. One, they're both rangy. Two, they both got a lot of height, which I think helps us. Three, they're both solid individuals. But Boateng yesterday had an exceptional game of football. And his rating of, what is it, 6.3 is a joke, quite frankly. I think he was well over 7 yesterday, 7.5 probably. I think he's everything that Jordan Houghton wants to be, quite frankly, in terms of breaking up play, getting his foot in, but he can drive the ball forward. I think he's obviously got a lot more height. So midfield, I thought, played really well. In terms of my day, I spent most of it with you, Mike. So, every...
sorry about that.
That's okay. Really good experience, great ground, apart from the fact that their fans seem to be adverse of making any noise, which is a bit frustrating. I think we've all had that challenge. And it was a great day, wasn't it, for the club, quite frankly. And I know a certain David Ray is probably smiling from ear to ear because the ground was all but full. I think there was a couple of thousand seats empty, and that should net us, according to Argyle analyst, about 800-900K, which is not a bad day's work. I think Miron got a lot of credit, and I'm watching his post-match reactions on the way home. He seems to have been adorned, and for those fans on Twitter that say he's now going to leave us because he's got a little bit of attention, grow up. He's just signed a 3.5-year deal. But no, I thought we were on the spotlight again. The defensive setup and the structure, I know he mentioned it, and it's probably mentioned every week, but for a team like that, and I know you mentioned at the beginning about 2 banks of 4, I thought they were brilliant. It was a 5 and a 4 actually, and a 1 up top. But I thought we were absolutely superb, and we made them go side to side to side. And at one stage, I thought maybe Ian Foster had got into the technical area of Man City because they seemed to play a little bit of Foster-esque football for a bit. But no, great day. One I'll remember for a long time, a bit like Chelsea a few years ago. Just a shame we couldn't hold that lead. A couple of soft goals and maybe a soft free kick. But against Premier League giants like that, you never get the run of the green, do you?
No, and I think I've got the clip of the goal. I'm sure everybody's rewatched it a dozen times, but I shall show that in a minute because who just said that?
Yeah, I have seen it several times. It's brilliant. Go on, play it.
But as we do on these Block 9 podcasts or Block 9 lives, really should call it. I do wrap them up into a podcast. So after the show, the following morning, you can catch them on all your major podcast platforms. But yes, we do like to bring, hence the screen share here with the lineups, and I'll show the stats in a minute. We do like to bring a bit more content to you. So yeah, Carl, it's sort of, Randall was obviously that noticeable one. We've all sort of said about, the sort of rest that he needs, Muslich having not one but two eyes on Hull, as he said in his press conference, but it proved to be it's an injury. He did post a photo and notes on Instagram. He went for a walk with his wife, his girlfriend, and the dog. So yeah, time to just clear your head, take yourself away from it all, Rands, and then come back stronger when we're still going to absolutely need you. But like Gavin said, Carl, Boateng stepped in and was brilliant, wasn't he?
Like I said in our group earlier, I think Boateng and JB are probably our strongest midfield pairing, especially after seeing what he could produce yesterday.
Yeah,
especially the performance he put in against some of the players around him. I thought was fantastic, and his first start for us as well seems really promising. Obviously, I thought at the time that Randall was rested. Obviously, it's come to light now he's injured. I think I'm not going to say come at the right time, but if he's only out for a few weeks, that's going to give him enough rest and try and get some energy back into his legs. And I think Boateng and JB are more than capable of putting in good performances in the next few games. Obviously, Hull on Tuesday is absolutely massive, and if we can get 3 points there, I think the mission of staying up is hopefully well and truly alive. But Tuesday is a lot bigger than it was yesterday.
Carl, as well, I think just some kudos to a certain Jimmy Dickinson for pulling that one out at 10 o'clock on the last day of the window.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think everyone was like, oh, we haven't seen him, he must be shit, blah, blah, blah. But Mirren doesn't rush anyone into the side, as we all know. And I think he's an absolute warrior in the middle of that midfield. He's a bit mixture between Jay Matete and Panucci Kamara. If I was
very similar
in some kind of wonderful football sort of science lab somewhere, that's what come out the other end.
He didn't look phased, did he? He didn't look phased at all.
No.
I mean, none of them looked phased yesterday. They just got on with their jobs.
To be fair, though, he's played in the Scottish Premier at Ibrox and Celtic, so he's going to have played in front of crowds that size. But he just took everything in his stride, and I think he's a proper addition to the squad. So,
and to be honest, the Hearts fans were sad to see him go. So obviously that speaks volumes that they're a bit disappointed to lose a player of his caliber. So I think that's a quiet but firm signing at this level.
Yeah, Carl, I think it's a good, testament to how sort of calm and patient and how Muslich sticks to his principles, where he obviously did come out the other week and say, I'm not going to rush to bring a player in that I haven't had the time to sort of understand my tactics and how we want to play, and now he's done that, and he was he was happy to trust him in such a massive game. Yes, okay, Randall with the injury, but he blended in with everybody, and and we were solid and kept our structure and formation superbly. So, I mean, who else in there? I mean, Bundu, sometimes I get frustrated with him, but he did well yesterday.
I thought yesterday was one of his best performances in that role since Miron's converted him into a number 9. I thought he was strong. He held the ball up really, really well. And it kind of when he went off in the 60th minute, which is the right decision because we need him for Tuesday. I thought since he went off, obviously Beidou coming into the position, he wasn't anywhere near it again for me. He was kind of slow jogging around, wasn't really pressing, trying to get the ball back. I didn't see much of that from him again on yesterday.
I thought Beidou had his best time for the club yesterday.
Really, I don't think he touched the ball much, did he?
He didn't. I'll be the mediator, but he didn't. But I was talking to Gavin about him after the game. I think I saw more, but it wasn't really the phase of the play. Wasn't really there. I sort of, Marcus, I'm going to come to you on this one now. What were your thoughts on the play? The lineup and the players, but also Al Haj when he came on, just for me was invisible, which didn't help then Beidou. But I do feel Beidou did more. I think we need him to do more because it's going to be so important with the injuries that we got. But yeah, Marcus, what were your thoughts on the squad yesterday?
I think with Beidou and Al Haj, I think most fans have got to reserve their judgment until they have a proper pre-season behind them. You can tell the difference between the Championship and playing in Scandinavia. A major difference. You could see it. They might be the main men in Scandinavia, but they look physically out of it in this league. Yeah. So Boateng played for Hearts against Circle Broods, so Murren knew what he was like, and he had a good game against them. So he stood out before, so that's a good sign. He looks an upgrade from Randall and Houghton. The only disappointing part of that game was one of their smallest players seemed to have a few free headers.
Yeah.
That's the only disappointing part.
But some of the quality of the balls in were immense, weren't they, Mike? They were.
Grealish.
Yeah, you could see. I mean, obviously, when they were attacking us in the first half, you could see the way that they could move the ball very, very quickly. But the great thing is, Marcus, is sort of we did hold our own. We know that we will end up taking with this style of setup. A lot of pressure. I know it's not to everybody's cup of tea because they, want a bit more free flowing and attacking football. But you first off have got to just be. Get yourself organised and structured and stop leaking all the goals that we've leaked. It might not stop us from, it might not stop us from, losing out on goal difference because it's such a mammoth task to take and turn around. But yeah, I mean, overall, they were just good, but you could just see, and the quality did show in the end. But Marcus, you were saying about the refereeing decisions as well, and I looked at the Ogbeta one. He was a little bit. He missed the ball, and it was soft. But my God, I was like, oh, please don't concede now on halftime. And obviously, that's exactly what we did. And O'Reilly ran in. Not really. Mark Bundu didn't deal with him. Got caught and brilliant header into the back of the net. But did you think it was a free kick?
I thought it was a bit soft, but I can understand why it was given. I suppose if it was on the other foot, if it happened to us, we'll say why it wasn't a free kick. So it works both ways, really, but it was soft.
Yeah, I think the referee, Marcus, sort of. I know it's easy, and people will think that are listening. If you're not Argyle fans, that you're going to say that because it's your team that didn't get the result. But he did seem to blow up for every little time we nibbled at their heels, and then when we had the same situation, he just let the play go on. So it is what it is. But there was an element of that, Marcus, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I say the better one was soft, but I also think on the other foot, Houghton was too weak when he went for that. They should have had that free kick or something. I don't think it was a free kick. I think Houghton was soft. I don't think if that was Boateng, he wouldn't have got nudged off the ball that easily.
Yeah, I think I sort of watched it. I saw the highlights this morning because, like I said, we went out after the game, but I felt he was manhandled a little bit, but I mean, Riley did well to get both his goals and took them really well. That's he's been there since an 8-year-old. That's the quality you've got, isn't it? He came out of that, and what a buzz for him because it's the only sort of chance that they've got really of getting Champions League next season. And I think will it be their fourth quarterfinals or whatever it was Pep said. Going into it. So Steve, any thoughts from you? What did you think of Ogbeta's game overall? Obviously, someone that has been up and down with fans' views, but as we've seen recently, a lot of these players under Muslich, Poulsen was another one, starting to really sort of come together now.
Well, he's really getting the best out of them. Really is. Ogbeta, Saranola, Poulsen. Callum Wright, because he wasn't really a regular, was he?
No.
Yeah, and other players. Obafemi, he wasn't even in the squad again. I thought with our striker shortage and our upcoming games, he'll have been at least on the bench.
Yeah, I think he's clearly done, sort of
issues there somewhere.
just not shown enough, is he? And I mean, he did a little sort of not say warm down because he didn't get any minutes, but because took us ages to get out from the back of the top tier, and a few of them came out, of which he was one of them. So he's just clearly. I mean, we're stuck with him. We're paying him a lot of money a week. And as Gavin said last night, someone just needs to have a word with him, Steve, and say
that money could have went on someone else, really.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't heed some of the warnings, did we, Steve?
No.
That some of their fans gave, but
I know.
that's the risk when you do that. You know, it's going to work to be in some
Maybe
and not
you're
on
not
others.
allowed to send him back in the contract or something.
Yeah, possibly.
See, the difference in between us now and then with Rooney. Rooney was all about flair players. We're about structure.
Yes.
Getting the best out of each individual players. They may not be outstanding, but as a team, they work so damn hard.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And just looking at Macy, who's joined us on the TikTok thread, there's a few others in there. Yeah, she said she thought Sorinola did great on corners, something like to see him do more. I think on that, actually, Andy, I'll come to you on this one. It's almost, where have we been hiding Sorinola in these corners? But I do think that obviously our new set piece coach has obviously been, doing a lot of work. That was quite clear. The ball in was beautiful. I'll come to the goal in a second. So with Randall out, and we know Randall has been a bit stuttery on corners. Pukac was then taking over them, but that was a beauty of a ball, Andy, wasn't it?
Oh, it's superb. We've talked about it down the years about unearthing a little nugget. We've unearthed another little nugget with Sorinola.
Yeah,
I think since he's been in the team and getting a regular run out in the team, he's just got better and better and better. And that cross was unbelievable, right under the post. Bang. We'll see the goal. But
I'll tell you what, that was a good segue to show.
What a great idea.
With the corner for Argyle to the back post it goes. Oasin with that first corner. It's awesome for Argyle.
That's all we wanted. If we weren't going to win this game, that's all we wanted, a goal and to lead.
It's magic from Maxi.
I love this guy. Mira Muslic, love him. Absolutely love him. Amazing guy.
You can hear the away end.
It's a great leap as well. From a standing start, it was an exceptional
They
leap.
barely
There was
crossed
no
the
running.
halfway line.
It wasn't a
But in football, you only need a moment.
He got up
And that
the
moment
ground from a
has
standing
come.
start, beat
And
everybody, and his
Plymouth
placement was
Argyle
superb.
are at it again.
Yeah, this is, and again, and also, the
Their
difference
first
of having
corner.
two
It's a
big,
great
strong,
ball in.
tall defenders,
City
centre
back
backs,
problems at the back
to
all
cause
season,
trouble at
and they
set
continue.
pieces.
Free header. McAtee
was
standing in
I
front
mean,
of him,
the
trying to
ball
block
was
him.
pit in the perfect
Good luck with
place.
that.
Keeper
Ake
couldn't
gets
come
blocked
for
off
it. There we
himself
go.
by his own
Boink.
player.
What a leap,
The
though.
arms
Feel
go
like
up.
I've got a
Who's
guy who
marking
sits
him?
next to
No
me. You
one
know him
is
very
the
well,
answer
Ray
to that
Clark. I'll give him a
question.
name mention in your
And he
name
just
check.
guides it.
Even
He
Ray.
says
Not
we
run
never
onto
score
it.
from
He's not
corners,
beat
and that
everybody with his
we
power
don't.
and his
But that
pace
was
on the
just
run.
the
He's
set
just
piece
stood there
specialists has come in,
standing
and we scored from a corner.
I think that's look at the leap. Look, I think
Way up
in
there.
fairness, what Ray would be right. Before we had these tall players, big, strong, that can cause problems in the area, but also the set piece coach. Because is it Hubert? It's the fact that something's obviously being done because that's his job. We've all been crying out for a
If he
set
doesn't get
piece.
it,
I'll just play the rest. Set piece
then
coach,
Katic will probably edit
and
in.
that's the
What a
difference between
story.
us not getting goals in games
The
that could get us 3
Ukrainian
points
with
or
family
whatever.
and his war-torn homeland,
And it's clear over the
with a
last couple of
moment
games we've
to
seen
make
the
the
effects of that. And
7,800
he's definitely obviously
go crazy.
wanted Sorinola
Wiping
to
that-
practice or take some corners, or he's done an audit of all the players taking corners. Let me just go back to the screen. It's clearly working, which is fantastic. So Sorinola really pleased for, I've said it for quite a while, him and Plaguey, obviously, before Music came in, started to really take their opportunities and get stuck in, and they've been Katic and Maxi, have been absolutely fantastic. But two players that were nowhere really are turning into my two favourites. So
You just touched on Plague as well. I just want to bring in something.
Yeah, I was about to say the same
Yeah.
thing. Go on,
Go on, read my mind. It was a one-on-one. I think it was a one-on-one. City were through, and he was about to pull the trigger, and all of a sudden, Plague is in the box. Bang!
What's the tackle that was?
He came out and it was central to us, obviously, and
Katic got caught out, didn't he? With a bit of pace, and from nowhere he came in from the side. It reminded me a little bit of a famous Pat Van Den Houw, where he took both the defender and for the older generation, obviously, listening. It was an Everton player for those who are under 40.
I'm not under 40.
There was an instant, I think it was an FA Cup semi-final, where he literally took the attacker, the defender, and the ball all at the same time, and it was very similar to that. He got across a great pace. To say, call out to Plaguey. He hasn't played since the 59th minute of the Liverpool game.
Outstanding.
right? And he's
Wow,
come
God,
back
yeah.
like he's never been away after having a niggle. What a performance. And I have to say, we have now 5 absolute quality central defenders, which is
Yeah,
lovely.
and
So I don't care who plays anymore because all of them can do a wonderful job.
But what
You
a
got the
turnaround. We
options.
wouldn't have said that a few weeks ago, would we?
Oh,
Before
we were like a
Katic
sieve.
and Maxi came in. The
No,
goals we
and
were
this
conceding.
and this is all about Carl, Gavin. This is what, when you've got camaraderie, you've got the right dressing room. I don't want to bring up who and if anybody did imbalance the dressing room. Players have moved on, and as I said, I think it was last Sunday. We're not even talking about, we're missing Gibson, we're missing Morgan, blah blah blah. We're not, because what we brought in is in the nicest way, because Gibson's great, a step above. But they all want to fight for each other, and you were worried that Katic was going to get caught out. I don't know if it was De Bruyne, whoever it was, but then just out of
Foden. I think it
nowhere,
was Foden, and he just took all 3 of them.
came charging through Pleggy and just got his tackle in. And a bit like, we'll come on to Hazard, because absolutely deserves a segment. But you just, like, I was up in the stands going, I was doing my Maxis going, yes, because that's the sort of fight, desire, and passion that you want from your team, regardless of the game. So yeah, that was a great memory. I will lead it into my segue now to when I left the ground. So
Here we go. Here we
Oh.
go. It's like we haven't heard about this in the group chat.
I haven't heard this story. Pray tell, Mike.
I was there, and it
Please tell.
He's like fangirling to the max.
Then he had dribble running down his chin, Gav.
Come on, hang on.
Sorry. Oh, hello.
He was sitting down like a crackhead in the corner, rocking back and forth.
It's like Arthur Fowler, wasn't he?
So
so
the guy's taking. I'm going to mute you in a minute, Gav.
Disgusting behaviour.
The guys are taking the mickey out of me, and it's just unfair. I need to speak to the Block 9 HR department to put in a complaint. So as I left the ground, like I said, I was late getting out because I was on the back row, and for whatever reason, with all these exits, it took an age to get out. So came out, Gavin and the guys are waiting for me out there, and we started to walk over to the tram, which we didn't take in the end, but started to walk over, and then this Pleggy's fiance, sorry. Yeah, I did say on TikTok, and I did apologise, but yeah, due to get married soon, so fiance, just like stopped and went, "It's you from TikTok," and I was just like, oh, really? Okay, now. Every now and then you get people come and say hello. Mikey Boy on TikTok said hello to me the other day. Someone also, when I recorded we've got Soranola in the little concession bit there, said hello. And it's great, don't be afraid. Always come over and say hello to any of us. And I was a bit caught by surprise. Pleggy and I love watching your TikTok videos. And then obviously I connected straight away. Right, okay, this is Pleggy's girlfriend, fiance. And she said, absolutely brilliant. And there's a lot of time and energy that goes into doing this sort of stuff, as Andy knows, which is why he's asleep, because Andy can never get off TikTok. But but no, look, it was great. And do you know what? For what we do, and we love our stuff, there's a lot of pods obviously out there that we know on Argyle and others, and I'm sure players, and that all listening. But it was a brilliant moment. And Georgia, thank you for stopping and saying hello.
But that's a prime example. No other club has a connection between the fans and the players like this club.
Yeah, true.
100%.
And also clearly a TikTok star.
If they're watching this evening, hello, future Mrs. Pleguizela.
Hello, Mrs. Pleggy. How are you?
Pop and Mike being very famous these days, and everyone's got his autograph. That's another story.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a nice place these days, Mrs. Pleguizela.
You'll have to, you guys will have to be my protector, security.
Well, the only reason I think I've been brought in onto the pod is to be your bloody minder on away days.
I
don't look like Terry McCann.
What I think's going on here,
sing any theme tune, so bugger off.
Is that future Mrs. Pleggy, right, is thinking that he's Adam Forshaw and mistaken for Adam Forshaw. That's what it is.
Wow, good-looking lad. See?
Yeah. That's that fucking useless midfielder we had. It's the crazy pilgrim. Apologies.
Yeah, exactly. But no, all good fun, and It's a good speaking of which, as I'll move on to another
Which?
segue. The famous merchandise. So we now have a fully finished mug. So let me just all credit. There you can see the logo. All credit to my wife for getting these on the mugs. That's what she does. This as a hobby. With
Why is Phil
things.
Collins on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, hang on, yes. So sorry.
Hey, after yesterday, it was another day in paradise.
I missed again,
there's
didn't I?
Andy.
I missed
There's
again.
the grumpy loyal, the Phil Collins lookalike. There's Carl, needs to tidy up his beard. There's Marcus.
What does it say in Marcus's shirt there?
And there's
Ed
there's
Sheeran.
Gavin, who's always angry. One
Ed
job,
Sheeran.
Rhino. So it's I've noticed Steve's disappeared. Oh, there he is. Sorry. Right, let's bring Steve back in. So but yeah, so we've got that. We've also got coasters. So the aim is, and where is it to? I've got a keyring as well. The aim is to try and we'll get a couple of these online. Obviously, I've got this maxi mug as well, which I showed earlier. I just loved that image from the celebration at Luton, and I just because it shows the passion again from that player, and
we'll have to get you a pluggy pot.
Well, so there will be a plaggy plug. There will be a mug going to them, but I'm gonna try and do it as an all-in price where you get a coaster, a mug, and a keyring, and hopefully we can do that probably for around a tenner. Plus postage, but yeah, look, it's all good fun. I enjoy doing the graphics, making the guys look silly. I call myself the big kid, which is why I'm a big kid, which is why I look a little bit
Milky
like
Bar
on
kid.
there.
The Milky Bar, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Michael,
I was called. That's what I was called at school.
Michael, I hope
yes.
you're donating this mug to the Pleguezalos because he's got 3 children to feed now, don't you know?
Yeah.
And he must be on the breadline with that salary. So, you know, with a new deal. Which actually, if I was on the board, I would have asked her, what did he get?
Let me, yes. Well, I was in two. There's the great photo of his signing of his extension.
He's an amazing human being, is Mr.
Really
Pleguezalo. We love him to pieces.
Really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long may he stay at our club. And
Absolutely.
the man to his left.
Yeah, and I'll try and shout out and see if he can get the annoying crazy pilgrim from the touchline and warm ups to come over and say hello. But no, that was great. But the merchandise, it's all coming along. But yeah, busy weekends because we were away doing something again this weekend, weren't we? The United game. I know there's a lot of people that are probably sticking with that one at the moment. It is at half time in extra time. It's still 1-1, which was the full-time result. So that game is still ongoing. But everybody that has joined us, welcome tonight. Appreciated. Please stick your views, thoughts on the game. We'll come on to Hull in a minute in the comments and we'll read those out. Macy's just said, careful, Mike, don't be shouting about your fame too much. Sean will be coming to talk to you.
He'll be asking for a selfie.
No, I doubt that. But I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, Sean. But they were both up there, evening Sean, Richard. Jana's on tour. So coming back in, let me go back to my screen share. Hazard. It just again super. It just not a strong enough hand. It was a powerful header for their goal. I thought he just got it onto the post, but sadly didn't. But he was brilliant all game in that one. Marcus, I'll come to you on Hazard.
Not bad for a goalkeeper. They said a few months ago some fans were saying was crap. It's pretty good, isn't he? Yeah. He's actually a better shot stopper than Cooper.
Oh yeah, it's
that's a statement.
Big words.
That is a statement.
Big words, Steve.
But that's also a true statement. He might not be the only thing he lacks is coming out for crosses.
He did it right. I thought.
On that, I think though.
He stays on his line too much. He might keep him out of the goal because he got long arms, but apart from that, he don't come out enough.
I can sort of see what you're saying. I mean, the good thing is at least we've got Katic and Maxi to do a lot of work to defend those corners, which when we haven't had that before. And the biggest thing with everybody's performance is if the squad is all doing their job, really, really doing well, the positive, it just breeds and breeds and breeds. So as a goalkeeper, when you've got a fantastic back line, it just helps with the confidence, doesn't it? And what it also does, though, as a goalie, is adds the pressure to you, because when your guys are doing their job, you've got to make sure you do yours, because that's where it will cost you. And I mean, Gavin, he was immense yesterday.
6 saves, wasn't it? I thought the second goal he got a firm hand on. It was just too powerful to I think, what was it, 4.5, 5 yards he had to stop. The one that amazed me the most was, I think it was De Bruyne in the second half, is point blank, and he just, in between him and Pleggy, again, another plug, absolutely between them, how they kept the ball out of the net there was
Haaland, wasn't it?
incredible.
Was it Haaland?
There was Haaland as well, I think.
Sorry, not De Bruyne, it was Haaland. That's like 3 yards away with a guy on £500,000 a week who's probably one of the best strikers in the world. Now, shut the door. You ain't coming in.
It was the Man U and Fulham's gone to penalties. Sorry, that's how long we've been going. It was the De Bruyne across a shot across goal that he tipped wide. That was superb.
That was superb. But the one in the second half where he kind of just sticks a left palm out to keep it out, and then the shot comes back again, and Pleggy gets it to go wide for a corner.
De Bruyne's shot from the corner.
Oh, the one over the bar,
with Grealish, that was superb as well. Brilliant shot.
He was out of this world. And actually, I will say, Steve, I would say that he's certainly up there with Cooper, if nothing else. Now,
his kicking got better as well.
Sorry, say again.
His kicking has got a lot better as well, hasn't it?
Yeah,
a lot better.
My brother used to call him the line-out specialist because he was like, always kick for touch and get the territory. But no, he's been brilliant. I thought he was outstanding yesterday. I mean, he needed to be, let's be honest, or it could have been 5 or 6. But and we were expecting that all along, weren't we? But no, he was outstanding.
Yeah, no, it was good. Go on, Steve.
4, by the way, on FOTMob is an absolute disgrace.
You're on mute, Steve.
Steve, as I say, Steve, are you on mute?
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
Come on, dear boy. Keep up.
You'll buck up.
Yeah, because I'm coughing my guts up. That's why I'll put it on mute earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that. Thank you.
No. Yeah. Basically, Connor Hazard, he's been our most improved player this season, I think, personally.
Yeah, I agree with that. Him or Sorinola.
Yeah, and his contract runs out next summer, 2026. We need to extend his contract.
Yeah.
Bit like Rans and who else?
By the way, that's 600,000. £300,000 that we got him for. Amazing. That's an absolute disgrace of a. We pulled their pants down, didn't we?
Yeah, it's. I mean, look, until we see something from Beidou and Al-Haj, which I'm sure it will settle eventually, and even if going into the new season, wherever that is in the Championship, that we'll get something there. But you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But yeah, we definitely seem to have.
I think we can safely say that he should be given the number 1 shirt next season.
Yeah, well, is there a reason why they don't do that now? I don't.
I suppose you can't change it mid-season numbers.
No, because Cooper was given 1 at the beginning of the season, wasn't he?
Right, fine. Okay, I did wonder if there had to be something.
Hands down, he needs the 1 shirt next season. I think he needs a contract extension in the summer, regardless of what league we're in, because he's proven to be a top-class keeper at this level now.
Yeah.
And he's improved massively since Muslic has come in as well. It's like the guys that said, his kicking's got better. I still agree with Marcus about the crossing. I think he still needs to improve there, but I still think he's showing signs of coming off his line more than he used to.
He is, yeah.
And I think all round he's bloody brilliant.
Do you not think though it is the music effect?
Yeah.
You think he's getting around these players, he's getting his arm around these players and saying, "Come on, you can do this. You got this."
I think, and I think he's the best shithouse of a goalkeeper as well. His time wasting is absolutely
immense.
It's hilarious as well.
And also,
really
I would
winds
say
fans up.
I'll shout out to Darryl Flahavin here, who's most goalkeeper coaches go under the radar. I know he works.
Yes, good shout, Gav.
But I think between adding Miron and Darren, they've done a really, really good job of taking a man who seemed to have a bit of a fragile confidence.
Yeah.
But mainly probably because he was getting pelters from half fans about you ain't as good as Cooper.
He was, mate. I'll put my hand up to that.
But they were saying wasn't
he was always in Cooper's shadow.
Stick for supporting him. So just saying.
And also, he was never flavour of the month, was he? With Wayne,
no.
Because they wanted someone who could do 15 keepy up, 7 Cruyff turns, and then play the ball out from the back rather than just stop the goal going in the ball going in the goal for 56
I think
times.
what helps Hazard as well, gents, is speaking of which, we do want some more women on. More women. We do want some women on here.
I was going to say,
I mean,
where are the others?
Marcus at weekends, but you know, during the week, we want. So if you do want to come in and join us, anybody, the live lounge also will be the perfect place to do that. So just DM any one of us. It doesn't matter, you know, or the Block 9 account, and we'll pick that up. But yeah, no, I think with Hazard as well, the other key thing is when we used to play from the back, he was never always confident with playing those short balls and getting the balls back when the opposition would then come and, funny enough, high press us. So you know, at the end of the day, we don't do that now. So you know, you can take that pressure away by the natural way that Muslich plays, and you can go. Man United have missed a penalty.
So you're ahead of me.
It's 3-3 for Fulham to take their kick. Can they make this 4-3? Would end a disastrous season for United. Let's just watch. Let me watch this.
I've still got the United
he scored
penalty
it.
in mine.
So one more miss from United or a penalty from Fulham will win that round for them. Yeah.
Do you think Mirror saying to Hazard, "You're number one," has helped him?
Yeah. That's a great point,
I think,
Marcus.
Of course it would do. Yeah,
that's an absolutely fantastic point that I think everyone's forgotten. There's nothing better than your boss going, "You're my man," is there?
Yeah. You're the one I'm going to rely on.
I think it helps as well, guys, that he's got such a solid defence in front of him.
Yeah.
I've got the upgrade.
But I think
on Gibson.
It's an upward multiplier, though, isn't it, Andy? Because he's more confident because the back three is confident, and the back three more confident because he's going to pull it out and stop the shot. So
it just works up through the team, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just gives
United are out.
Yes.
So Xerxes, sorry, Gavin Xerxes, who's come in for a lot of criticism, missed the vital penalty for United. That ends United's season. Welcome to the Championship. Come the end of the Premier League, we'll welcome you down here, United.
Yeah. I tell you what, if it was any other season and there was a bit more quality down in the bottom three, I think they would be in massive trouble. Massive trouble.
Yeah. Definitely.
To be candid, we could have two Manchester teams in the Championship next year. Depends on the sanctions.
No, I think they're going to go right down like Rangers did that time. Rangers go right down to Scottish. You know,
oh God, yeah! Imagine that.
Man City go right down to the conference or something like that.
That's a shocking penalty by Xerxes as well.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible.
Yeah. And they'll have a lovely extension to that stadium with that hotel that we could see they were building for more books to store in the library. So
for 9,000.
Yeah, exactly. One player that I thought, Carl, come to you, that, you know, sort of, I felt didn't do too bad yesterday, linked up well at times where he could, was Mumba. You know, obviously, we talked a lot about him on Sunday's game. Obviously, I didn't see him in the Cardiff match where he came back in. We picked up on it in the live lounge on Thursday night. So, yeah, Carl, Mumba, you know, what were your thoughts on Mumba sort of getting back in and staking that place?
I thought he did well. I think he was quite quiet, but he didn't do anything wrong. Put in 100%. Didn't make any mistakes. He didn't do anything fantastic either. I thought he was steady. I don't think anyone had a bad game yesterday. I think Katic's rating, was it 5.6? Is pretty poor.
It's a joke, isn't it?
Really joke of a rating. I think most players were over a 6.5, if I'm honest.
Who gave him that?
5.6 is dreadful.
Fuck one.
Really dreadful.
Yeah, there you go, right in front of it. I think a lot of that, like Gavin was looking at it when we were eating last night, and he was going, "What's this rubbish?" And I think there's an element of where have they underscored, because as they might look at it, well, if I switch to the stats, we were under the, you know, Kosh possession wise. Gavin did also shut an Exeter fan up, which was quite funny as well last night, given a bit of jip. But yeah, look, 73 versus 27, but that isn't uncommon in these Muslich games. You know, total shots, 1 on target. Obviously, the goal for us, 29 for City. But that just shows how resilient, how brilliant,
isn't it? You're playing one of the world's best clubs at home. You're going to expect that.
No, absolutely.
About keeping
more or
it
less
for as
full
long
team
as
as well.
possible.
Full strength
Can
squad.
I just say as well?
Andy?
Before that, can I just say as well? If you're an Exeter fan, don't come onto Argyle's Twitter and say your tin pot lot only got 27% possession at the Etihad when they were home to the mighty Northampton Town and drew 1 each.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is that?
They'll be going down this season.
Well, that's what I said. Enjoy League Two was my last
Yeah,
sentence.
back to where they belong.
So
Mind the gap.
mind the gap. So let me just switch back. Oh, where's my mouse gone? Let's go back to all of us. So look, I want to move. Look at the time. Want to focus on the game on Tuesday. So a great weekend had by all. Players did us proud, as I alluded to at the start. It was one that you were going up with no real expectations, but in the FA Cup there is always a chance to make an upset again. What a run! It's one that will live in the memories, and if you've got kids or have kids, or your kids have kids, whatever, that went to that game, any family that you can tell that story to, no different to all the other ones that some of the old geezers we've got here bring up, and Carl and I are like, who are you on about? So to be fair, I'm not as young as Carl, but yes, it's one of those to cherish. Whether you went up or you watched it on TV, getting the goal, that feeling with all the other 8,000 or so Argyle fans was just fantastic. So, obviously Tuesday night, massive game. I'm just going to bring. Gavin's given me a. Let me just bring up another screen of his lineup.
Just like to have TikTok bully me, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't mind that. Let me just move us out the way so we can see that a bit better. So obviously Hull is another massive game. I think from a player's point of view, for me, that game yesterday they would have enjoyed the atmosphere, the crowd behind them, putting in a good solid performance, getting the goal. That is a good starting point to take them on to Tuesday night. And I did say to Georgia, I want Pleggy to get a goal because I think he deserves another one. So if that happens Tuesday, you heard it here. It was all down to me. No.
Yeah.
So Gavin, this is your lineup. So give us your thought on why you've selected this.
So I've brought Palston back in because he didn't get any game time at the Etihad. It's going to be a slightly different style of game. Pleggy's played exceptionally well, but he's only played once since the 9th of Feb. So I've rotated them. Kept the starting midfielders. I think if Randall had been fit, I would have probably brought Randall back in for JB, but he didn't. And interestingly, he brought JB off, didn't he, on the 63rd minute, I think? 63rd on Saturday? Can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, 64th, 63rd minute for Jordan Houghton, 64th. I'm just going back to FotMob. So I would have played Randall and Boateng, however, and Boateng had 90 minutes, but he's barely played, has he? So I think he could do 2 games in a week. He's 21 or whatever he is, 22. Pusac had the last 30 minutes, and I think I have to say that was my toss-up because I thought Ogbeta again was class. I know everyone's sort of berating him, and the absolute clown sat behind me, giving it beans. I won't say what he said, but about Ogbeta's performance was just a joke. But I thought Ogbeta had a good game. But Pusac back in for his left foot attacking prowess with his crosses. So I know that rightly, I think, retains the shirt, although I would probably give Edwards 20, 25 minutes and get him back in. That seems to be the plan anyway. And then up top, I've just basically swapped out Callum Wright for Beidou. And the reason for that is because he ran his socks off on a very big pitch on Saturday, and we need fresh legs. And Callum Wright has been leggy when he's played 2 games recently. And I think Beidou's beginning to grow, much to probably Carl's disgust of my interpretation of the game. I thought in the 9 he didn't have much to do, but everything he did better. So I thought his commitment up front to get flick-ons and stuff was much better. I thought he tracked much better and did what Bundu does in terms of the.
But when you compare Beidou's performance to Callum Wright's, Callum Wright was running around like a headless chicken, but he was running around closing down and showing energy.
Carl, that's why he's not on the side on Tuesday, because he absolutely, I mean, I don't know how many kilometres he did.
Yeah, it's a good effort.
13, 14, 15K.
But generally speaking, Wright does close players down a lot more than Beidou does. That's
100%.
Yeah,
100%. But I think we'll have more of the ball than 27% on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're talking about a team who are devoid of 3 or 4 key players who couldn't win at home if they wanted to. So
go on.
That for all the abusers out there, I'm probably 10 out of 11 again, maybe 9 out of 11 again. But that's my 2 penneth for Tuesday night.
So Carl,
Yeah.
what would you? What's your thoughts then on that lineup, and what would you
I
change and why?
absolutely agree 100% with that selection. I do
Sorry,
agree.
so I was trying to reply to someone on TikTok, and you threw me then with like just saying, yeah, that's
No,
perfectly fine.
I completely agree with the back three. I think Paulson needs to come back in because he's been quality of late. Midfield spot on, especially with Randall being out. Again, Mumba in that number 10 role, I like that a lot. I agree with that. And yeah, like you said, Gav, I think Callum Wright, and he, like I said, he did do a lot of running, a lot of tracking down, a lot of pressing, and he probably would be tired for Tuesday. So yeah, again, agree with Beidou coming in.
No reason why he can't have the last 20 minutes, by the way.
No, and
Well, this is going to be the thing, isn't it? The rotation, if we need to get the.
And I want to see a performance from Beidou. I think it's about time now where we see something from him. So potentially Tuesday could be that. And obviously Edwards, hopefully he will get 20, 30 minutes at the end to ease him in gently before hopefully a start at home on Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I was just going to say, and it's just left my head what I was thinking now. Oh, right. I called it the Battle of the Hairdos, in spells in that game, and I did. Callum Wright, if you ever see this or are watching this, but the clipping and taking out Grealish at times, who, to be fair, had a really good game.
Grealish? Who's Grealish?
Grealish, or how have you pronounced him?
Goulash.
Goulash. It was good to see that. It was good to see that. Go on, Carl.
I have to say, Callum Wright's curtains are better than Grealish's curtains.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I said Callum Wright's curtains are better than Grealish's curtains.
Oh, you've got a dirty mind, Carl.
Not curtains. Get a grip of yourself, man. He wears that Alice band with far more panache than Grealish. There, I've said it.
I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to see.
No. Even Al Hajj has an Alice band now.
There we go. Ah, there we go.
He's been here. He can't find a barber.
He was feeling inferior there because you put it on the screen. You noticed that?
That's all right. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah. Go, Andy. Any thoughts on what you would change in that lineup?
I agree. I totally agree with the JB and Boateng in the centre of the park. But I would have Houghton in there in place of JB for some reason. I don't know why. No.
What makes you think to do that?
They're both too defensive. Boateng is that play in front of the back three, protect them, win the ball, give it to someone who's happy to drive up the pitch. If you've got Houghton and Randall, that's fine. If you've got Boateng and JB, that's fine. If you've got Boateng and Randall, that's fine. But you're playing two players there when we're trying to win the game and go forward that are both happy to nick the ball and play a short pass rather than drive up the pitch.
Yeah, fair play, fair shout. Yeah. Okay, I'll stick with that then.
To be fair,
I'll die on this hill, Andy. I'll die on this hill.
Yeah, I was going to say, Gavin's defended his choice as well, but yeah, absolutely. Go on, Andy.
Apart from that, I agree with the rest of it. And I think that's why you took Bundu and Mumba off yesterday, because Bundu looked leggy, a little bit leggy, thought, right, give them half an hour to recover an extra, and then Mumba, the same. So yeah, good move. Sorinola came off as well, I noticed. So yeah, resting those players for tomorrow night for Tuesday night is important. Yeah, absolutely. Looks good, mate. Not bad.
Sorinola, we've got. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I'd have Grimshaw and goal though.
Well, that was a wild card.
You're fired.
That was a wild card from a couple of you, wasn't it, for yesterday's game? But didn't happen. Steve, any thoughts on anything there? Would you stick with that or change anything?
I'm not convinced of Beidou in that. He doesn't do anything for me.
No, but we got not many options up front, and he does have. He has played in a striker role, hasn't he, before? So
a bit fresher, isn't he?
Why is Opafemi just singled out in that? Is it just his mindset?
No, like we were alluding to it earlier, weren't we? I think he's clearly not applying himself, and I think that's quite clear with him not getting used. So for me, if Music isn't even looking to put him on the bench, then we don't even deserve to give him any minutes on here, respectfully. Because
if you go to work and repeatedly don't do everything your boss tells you to do, are you expected to be rewarded, Steve?
Not really.
I'll rest my case, Your Honour.
You'd also be expected to be setting up the road.
Saying that, I never follow orders at work anyway.
Well, no, you're a maverick like me. But he's on a
Steve, I
6-month
believe your
contract.
boss watches this, doesn't he? Anyway,
One of them, some of them do, yeah.
So I think with Beidou though, when you consider Hardy's obviously out of that injury still, the Obafemi situation, sort of Beidou we know has played in that role. There's a part of me that thinks, and I do agree with the Boateng and JB setup for exactly what Gavin stated, and I think if Boateng can get further forward, I think Hull it's worth going at Hull. I think we definitely don't want to really absorb the pressure from them to start with. I think if we go at them and rock them early on, they will have had a full week rest. That will be the single biggest difference between the two sides. But they lost away to Cardiff. Their away form was their best form recently. Their home form is not very good. Anything can happen though, as we know, against Luton and Cardiff in these big 6-pointers, so to speak. So I think you've got to try Beidou in something.
They've only got, apparently on their last team selection, only 6. There's only 6 goals in that starting 11 for Hull.
Wow. Yeah. So there you go, Steve with the stats.
I only heard that because I watched the Pilgrim podcast earlier.
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't caught up with it yet because they put it out today. I will definitely grab a listen. Hopefully tomorrow. Shout out to the boys from that. So always a good listen for those that haven't gone and tried that one out yet. So Marcus, your views? Anything you would change in this?
No, I'd pretty much keep the same team as what Gav's picked. I think Beidou is I think people seem to think Beidou's crap, but this is a player that's looked good against Roma and Galatasaray. He is a good player. Sometimes it takes time to get used to this in the Championship, but give him time because people said the same thing about Better. People say the same things about other players. Like Poulsen was crap. Now he's looking good.
Yeah,
give him people need to give him a chance. It wasn't that long ago. People were criticising Hazard.
No, hey, look, everybody. It's it's definitely. Time is unfortunately not on our side, but also options up front are not on our side at the moment either. So you have to try something. We got a comment from Ninja Matt 77 from YouTube. I still maintain that Beidou will be a quality addition. Elfsborg fans loved him, and his highlights reel shows some great touches. We are looking to do that. To be fair, probably we might actually pick that one out specifically for Thursday night's live lounge. So that's 9:30, 9:15. So when everybody's kids are in bed,
it's so hard to go off highlight reels, though. We've seen so many players. We've seen so many players come here on highlight reels thinking they're going to be quality, and they've turned out to be absolutely terrible.
It's their CVs, isn't it? But yeah, effectively, he goes on to say, he may not run like Callum Wright, but his quality will be much better. And I think, again, he just needs a few chances to get his confidence up. If he suddenly gets a goal on Tuesday night alongside Pleggy, then that could transform things. So, he's got to step in if he's given that opportunity, as Gavin's lineup is showing, and take it with both hands. So, so I'm going to sort of start to wrap up as we're getting towards the end now. So, look, goal score predictions for this yet again 6-pointer massive game, which if we did lose, like we're not going to, absolutely not going to, but if we did, it still isn't over, Bradders. But only joking.
I can already see his posts now after a loss.
This is the biggest of those games recently. So I'm going to go down the list. Let me just switch to the other view. I say down the list, across the board, the grid. Andy, score prediction on Tuesday night.
1-0 to Argyle. And I think Mumba's going to score it as well.
Yeah, nice. Marcus?
2-1 to us. And I would love Beidou to score to shut a few people up.
Great.
Yeah, fair enough. Carl, your thoughts?
I'm going to go for a clean sheet and 2-0 to Argyle.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Gavin?
2-0 to Argyle. I think we'll come out the blocks much better, and I think it will feel much easier to play against Hull than it did against Man City yesterday. And for that reason, I think we'll be full of confidence. If we play anything like we did against Millwall after the Liverpool game, and I think the performances were both as good as each other, then we should be in a position to win comfortably 2-0. They, as you say, they've got no goals in them, and they haven't won at home hardly. And I think if we go 1-up, we'll definitely win the game. There you go.
And
well, we haven't lost a game, have we, when we've gone 1-up? So for a long time. So, Steve, what's your prediction for Tuesday night?
2-1 to Argyle on Tuesday. Hull haven't won at home since before Christmas.
Okay, there we go. Steve with the stats again. So yeah, no, look, that's good. Just checking TikTok. Andy Shippo, 11 games, still 33 points to play for. And other teams are getting dragged into it. You know, Oxford losing again. Portsmouth, sadly, losing to Luton again. So, you know, Derby losing, who are now rock bottom. It's that anybody could still, in that little section, can get dragged into this. And obviously, so everybody that's joined us on there, thank you for those comments and watching. My prediction, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to go 2-0. I agree. If Argyle take the lead, I can't see Hull coming back. And I think we'll carry a lot of positive energy, and we might even get 2 or 3. Away from home, 2 or 3 goals, he's saying, and a win, he's saying. It's got to come. And if we can't,
mate.
So yeah, exactly. We've got to take that momentum and do it. So we wish the lads well. They're staying up there, as we know. Where is it they're training? Someone?
And Manchester City.
Man City.
All right. Oh, and also could well have a nice relationship there with musician Pep that might lead to some potential loans in the future. Who knows? Yeah. That's what these games can bring.
Mike,
so
before we go, just one more thing.
Yeah.
The formation of Hull City. I know we mentioned it a couple of weeks back on our chat.
Oh, yes, yeah.
4-2-2-2.
Don't mess with my 2-2, Gav.
Don't mess with my 2-2. Don't you dare
love that,
lovely boy,
Andy.
Lovely boy.
You've been peeking again, haven't you? I'm going to take the shower cam off. How do you play against that? I mean, yeah, I'm sure Miron's got an idea, but
I guess with width, Gav.
Huh?
I guess with width. If they're so narrow down the middle, we're going to have to use our... Well, we don't play all wingers, but we're going to have to stretch them, aren't we?
Mike.
Or add another midfielder.
Mike, have you got FOTMob open? Can you just bang on the Hull?
I've cancelled the screen share now, though.
Okay.
There's
4 at the back, 2 kind of narrowish, a bit like JB and Boateng, 2 wide players, and then 2 strikers. Very weird. It feels like they've left the whole of the middle of the pitch in the final third, looking at this, if it's accurate, completely free. And I know it doesn't happen in real time, but how do you go about playing against 4-2-2-2?
I'm guessing quite easily. That's why Hull are struggling.
We'll find out. We'll find out on Tuesday, won't we? So yeah, look, on that bombshell from Gavin, don't mess with his 2-2.
Sounded like Top Gear then, and on that bombshell.
Bombshell. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight on the platforms and getting your comments in. Look, we're all good. It was a great weekend, and like I said, players get a rest up there while they're training at Man City. Enjoy the moment, enjoy those facilities, and then when you get back, ask Simon Hallett for a load of them. Anyway,
what did you think of the stadium anyway, lads?
It was nice for a stadium.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was nice.
Right when it's finished.
Biggest library in Manchester, but it was a nice stadium.
To be fair, this is what irks me about the absolute arrogance of Premier League clubs, right? When fans have a whinge and a moan and all the other bits and bobs that go with it. If you went to support a club in that amphitheatre every week, where you don't queue for a beer at half time, you know it's full, your welcome's brilliant, all the other stuff that go with it, staff are really insightful, the
boring,
the emotion, you'd be over the bloody moon, wouldn't you?
You would, yeah.
Over the blue moon.
Over the blue moon.
Over the blue moon.
I'll be over the moon if you guys won't stop interrupting me when I'm trying to end this.
Sorry, sir. Please. Sorry, Mike.
Come on, children. Get yourself sorted. So, yes. Everybody, I should just cut them off, shouldn't I? Really? So
Yeah, go on, cut them off then. Go on.
yeah, you really
No
don't
more
want to listen
children
to
for you,
me for a
matey.
full hour on my own. So anyway, yeah, cheers, Steve, Gavin, Carl, Marcus, and Andy, and
Good
like I
night,
said,
all.
everybody for watching. We'll be back Thursday night at 9:15. Well, of course, we'll review that whole game, and fingers crossed for that win, lads. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for these FA Cup memories, and the fans. So proud of the club. Absolutely fantastic as always. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you